This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, July the 20th. Wow, July winding down. And what a July it's been so far. There's a look at the Skycam from Trussville, and we have a deck of clouds across much of central Alabama this morning. If you go to the northwest, though, Hamilton showing some fog up that direction. We're dealing this morning with a bit of a front. It's not a strong front, but a frontal boundary nonetheless across the southeastern U.S. that extends from about Chattanooga across through just to the east of Birmingham and down towards Mobile. And that front dividing just more or less the moisture in the air mass. And you can see the dew points over the southeast in the lower 70s, while the dew points in the northwest part of the state generally in the mid-60s. So the atmosphere remains much more moist across the south, and that, together with a weak upper short wave that is moving across the Mississippi River today and across the southeast U.S., will help to enhance showers and maybe a few thunderstorms, especially across the south and east central parts of Alabama, the south and eastern sections where we see showers that are occurring this morning, and showers a little more prevalent along the Gulf Coast as well. QPF-wise, the focus will be in this moisture-laden air across the southeastern U.S., along the southeast coast and across the Gulf Coast, where showers will be prevalent, I think, with each day. Storm Prediction Center is not outlooking a large area of any slight risk, but that one area is in northern Minnesota, along the main westerlies across the northern tier of the United States and the Canadian border. That's day 2 for Monday. The slight risk area extends a little further back to the west into the Dakotas and across parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Tropics remain quiet, at least in the Atlantic, but we did see that Ramazan went ashore into the mainland China area, and then Matmo is skirting the Philippines, and then we have still another one behind that moving across the western Pacific. All right, let's take a look at the 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there's the little short wave that is helping to kick off some showers across the southern central part of Alabama. And you can see that looking at precipitable water, the moisture values are considerably higher down across that area. So I think that, once again, more or less like we saw yesterday with using kind of the I-59 corridor as a dividing line, I think the better chance for showers will be south and east of the Birmingham area. That trough pulls off, but interestingly enough, the JFS maintains a little weakness over Alabama. So there's kind of a little bit of an unknown factor in here, and I think that what that weakness will do is to help to maybe create some pockets of showers, and those showers continue for Monday. And once again, I think the better chances for showers will be down along South Alabama and South Georgia, where the precipitable water values are much higher. As we move out in time to Tuesday, we still see a little weakness there, so once again, I think we can't rule showers out. And the big 594 heat bubble across the western U.S., so the heat pretty good over there. That bubble continues that way, but Wednesday we begin to see a trough coming across the Great Lakes, and by Thursday that trough digs into the southeastern U.S. once again. Now, typically, as we've mentioned many times here on the blog, we don't see fronts getting down into the southeastern U.S. on the summertime, months of July and August, but we've seen that already twice this July, and so I'm putting a pretty good degree of faith in that. Plus, the Europeans suggesting the same thing, although the GFS a little more bullish on this. The trough sets up across the southeast U.S. on Friday. And so, once again, I think that when we see showers, it may be that there'll be enough dryness. Interesting that the MOS guidance doesn't suggest much drier air, as you might suggest from the passage of a front. So we'll have to be watching that and maybe adjusting the forecast as time marches on. The little trough begins to weaken, and we see a little disturbance moving through the Ohio River Valley on Saturday. So it looks like we'll just have to keep the showers in the forecast as a possibility until we can get a good handle on that front. Going out into voodoo country, and one of the interesting things, of course, is watching the trends, and the trends are certainly there. with the trough over the eastern part of the country, and the GFS still pretty bullish on keeping that trough over the eastern half of the country. And so that keeps the heat at bay for us. And as we get out to the very end of the period, out at 372 hours, this is the 4th of August, we see the overall troughiness over the eastern part of the country. So once again, the heat staying at bay and us remaining somewhat unsettled. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. James Spann will be back with the next edition first thing on Monday morning. In the meantime, stay tuned to the blog for notes on the ever-changing weather across central Alabama. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day. Godspeed.